should take it slow.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Man Hard back at again with another video. If you guys new to this channel, please subscribe, like, share, comment down below what you guys want me to react to next. If you guys want to check out the original video, it's down in the description. So today, what we reacting to? Today, I have another video, and it's a boxing video now. It's no more soccer, no more football, no soccer, you know. So today, we're reacting to a boxing. Boom, boom, boom. Someone getting knocked out, or someone knocking someone out, you know. So if you guys like new to the channel, please make sure you guys subscribe, so that it helps me to make more videos like these. So what is the video about today? If I tell you guys, it won't be a surprise. So I'll surprise you guys. Even though you guys already you guys already know what the title is, but let's get it.
He's a 3-division, 5-time world champion.
Great.
Make sure you guys check it out, the original video.
A singular
Canelo
concept
Alvarez.
that carries huge
That's the
power
thing.
and influence.
That's what we checking out.
Like beauty, however, a concept that is open to interpretation and shifting definitions.
Well, one thing is Canelo was getting better and has improved.
Though, for boxing's hottest asset, moving up to become champion of his 4th weight class puts him yet another step closer to cementing his name in the record books alongside some of the best to ever do it, and to what he and many others would consider greatness.
Call Canelo crazy, but he's not afraid of no one.
I don't know nothing about boxing.
World champions.
So, in the comments down below, don't ask me nothing about boxing. I'm not boxing fan. I'm a fan of boxing, but I'm not watching. Like, I'm not. I just watch like when it's like Anthony Joshua or
whether any
the other guy, you know, the American guy, when they fight and
speed and
stuff, I
pressure
watch
on the
it.
night
But I'm not like
is
one
a
of those
totally
guys that
different
watch
story.
boxing and everything. I'm a fan of like
Huge,
that.
convincing
I'm an
knockout
outside
win
fan,
through
you
the
know.
weight
I'm not inside
rankings,
fan. I'm an outside
and
fan.
an
That's what I put
undeniable
myself.
improvement both technically and
So
tactically.
don't ask me nothing about
each time
boxing.
out.
Me? No, nothing
Whilst his
about
biggest
boxing.
learning curve undoubtedly was the night he fought the
I
unbeaten
did that.
pay-per-view
Let's
king.
go.
Here,
I want to see
we
some
break
knockouts.
down nights that edged the Golden Boy closer and closer to his position as boxing's biggest draw.
He came an instant Hall of Famer tonight.
Please press thumbs up, subscribe, and press the bell button if you're new to the channel as we look at 5 times Canelo Alvarez shook the boxing world.
My fan is that he shoot the
Welcome to a Motivedia presentation.
I see the 5 times that he shocked the world, man.
It's showtime!
It's showtime!
6 years ago in San Antonio, boxing fans witnessed one of the most explosive fights of Canelo's career. Coming for the WBA belt against unbeaten 26-0 super welterweight Austin Trout.
26-0? That's a record and a half, bro. But he's gonna be 26-1
years
though.
old,
Canelo
was
is
fresh
out
off the
here.
back of a career-defining win
Knocking someone out.
against Miguel Cotto.
Nice jab from Canelo. That stings.
An immediate back-and-forth battle, showcasing the strengths of both fighters, broke out in the early rounds. And the Golden Boy certainly didn't have it all his own way, despite the scorecard saying otherwise.
Trout's controlling this round, and Canelo keeping his hands very low.
Throwing huge single shots, Canelo dropped Trout for the first time in his career by the 7th.
The big right hand that drops Trout.
And whilst it wasn't his most flamboyant, skillful, or devastating victory, we certainly saw glimpses of what was to come.
He gets jacked to the jaw again.
Slipping shots and capitalizing on Trout's mistakes. By the final bell,
I like that one.
the majority felt Canelo did enough to win, progressing to 42-0 and securing the first prime big name to his growing resume.
Canelo demanded this fight. Canelo passes the test, recording a unanimous decision win.
Boricuas y Mexicanos, are you ready?
2.5 years later, after suffering his only loss and racking up 3 more victories, came a night that would be fight or flight for boxing's fastest rising star. A night which would symbolize either the passing of the torch or a fall from grace. Also coming off a 3-fight knockout streak, tough, experienced Hall of Famer
Putin.
Miguel Cotto.
Round one begins. Everyone's on their feet.
The fight itself, despite
That left
Alvarez
hook
landing some
on the body.
spectacularly
Woo!
timed power
That
shots,
stinks.
had no real signature moments.
Right hand by Canelo.
Instead, the 35-year-old brought enough firepower and technical prowess to bring out Canelo's true mettle.
Twitter can tell you the other's in the hard left hand for Canelo Alvarez.
And showing patience, maturity, and finesse, the young Mexican star
Showing a finesse?
Left hook by
You
Canelo
can't finesse a
Alvarez.
finesse, man. What?
less active, but much more accurate and landing the more damaging shot. Canelo secured his place as the lineal middleweight champion of the world and declared in his post-fight interview his willingness to fight his Kazakh
He's
rival.
a great champion. I know him. He's a friend of mine. But right now, I'll put the gloves on against him.
6 months after that night against Cotto, Canelo captured yet another huge name, blitzing Amir Khan in Vegas. However, it was actually 6 months before that he scored his most devastating, career-defining knockout. A night in Houston against a determined Texan with only one loss on his 34-fight record.
Wake up, because more likely than not, one of these two is about to go to sleep.
Though unlike the previous bout, this
I'm 100%.
performance was an
Somebody's going to
out-and-out
sleep, but
display
you're not.
of killer instinct and relentlessness.
Leads down the middle by Alvarez. Kirkland hurt again.
And dropping Kirkland just halfway through the first, Alvarez smelt blood immediately.
Hard right hand. Down goes Kirkland.
Willing to trade, the American was hurt again in the second and third rounds.
This is Mexican style.
And whilst he rose from his
This
feet,
is
battling
Mexican
on,
style.
the fight was all but over.
I don't know nothing about Mexican
Throwing
style.
wildly to
I don't know nothing
delay
about
an
Canadian
inevitable
style.
onslaught,
I don't know nothing about
Kirkland
American
was caught
style.
with a picture-perfect
Nothing about
overhand
UK
right.
style.
Performance by Canelo.
But all I know
Alvarez.
is, one thing I know is, a knockout is a knockout. You go to
Canelo
sleep.
had scored his
That's all I know.
33rd professional knockout, and a vicious ending that provoked a 4-year layoff, with Kirkland returning earlier this year.
When you show what you're about, when you got the right people behind you, let's see how far I can go.
This is the moment we've all been waiting for.
Moving to Canelo's most recent outing, we saw him tested against another elite-level opponent.
Canelo wants to be remembered as one of the finest to ever lace them up.
Another large, imposing, and relentless middleweight icon, Danny the Miracle Man Jacobs. Though by now, with his one-sided super middleweight wins against Chavez, Smith, and Fielding, Alvarez was being accustomed to fighting bigger men.
It's the elite level, the highest class.
And similarly, where he gave up 3 inches in height, he leveled the playing field with hand speed, accuracy, and work rate.
Accuracy, speed,
Continuously
what?
improving, Canelo's display of footwork and head movement was
I don't have
some of
fast
the
hands, but
best
I
we've seen,
have fast legs.
Making Jacobs miss.
This is all a joke.
preventing Jacobs from landing anything meaningful and from having any success with his jab.
I am fast
Alvarez is getting through.
I don't know why I'm saying that, but I
So
am
much
fast
so that despite the
But right
Brooklynite
now-
rallying late into the fight, it was simply too
This
little.
is making me not
too late.
fast no more.
Thus, with an increasingly solid case for the pound-for-pound #1 slot, it leaves the boxing world scratching its head at just who, if anyone, can match the Golden Boy.
Unifies the middleweight division and wins the battle on Cinco de Mayo.
Which leaves just one. Another career-defining night for 2 true middleweight sensations. A throwback fight, an all-out war that sparked the imagination of boxing fans across the globe.
Look at the chin of Golovkin. He did no more than blink.
After the controversial draw against Golovkin in late 2017, it was precisely a year later that boxing fans would witness the rematch, billed as Supremacy.
Months of anticipation.
Supremacy.
And now it is fight time.
Learning from the first fight, Canelo countered and set an unrelenting pace. Most impressive was his ring generalship as he pressed the action, pushing Golovkin back in unfamiliar fashion.
Golovkin having to suck it up here now.
The fight had everything, and both fighters gave their all, landing big shots and trademark body blows, and showing resilience when on the back foot.
Oh, good shot, Golovkin. Terrific right hand.
The scores once again were incredibly close heading to the final bell.
People are standing up cheering.
With two judges having Canelo up by a round, the other scoring a draw.
And new!
Boxing's hottest asset had snatched the title from the champion. Whilst it left a bitter feeling for some and satisfaction for others, there are very few that would oppose the chance to see a third and final clash in 2020.
And I can assure you that in the third time around, Canelo will knock him out.
So whilst Canelo beat the veteran Shane Mosley on his rise to superstardom, edged Erislandy Lara in one of his closest bouts to date, and bulldozed his way past the fast hands of Amir Khan, these 5 victories, for us at least, stood out as 5 of the most exceptional performances of Alvarez's career.
¡Viva México!
Five most.
And this